So pretty much what you guys are about to witness right now is like the greatest evolution of a channel of all time. You guys can see I'm on a dirt bike, and not only a dirt bike, but I entered this hill range or mountain range, whatever you want to call it, right through basically my neighborhood. This is pretty much my backyard. I picked up a motorcycle the other day. It is a YZ125 two-strokes. I hope you guys like two-strokes. I love two-strokes personally more than four-strokes. I love the power band on a two-stroke. But what you're watching right now are some clips basically from these mountain rides. Don't expect some crazy stuff at the moment. I used to ride all the time as a kid. I've been riding since I was 3 years old, but I haven't rode in the last like 3 years. And I went out there and decided to pick up myself a dirt bike, and for some reason I really wanted a YZ125. It's an 05 YZ125. The first year they produced them with aluminum frames, so that's another great thing about this bike. It's all hooked up, man. It's so awesome. But what I really want to do on this channel, I know the commentary may sound a little bit different. The reason it does is because I'm interested, if you guys want me to do like dirt bike vlogs, I think it would be a lot of fun. You see all these channels doing like motorcycle vlogs, like people out there on cross rockets, people out there on cruisers, whatever it may be. You see a lot of people who do vlogs on street. And are you guys interested in me doing vlogs on street and dirt? Maybe it's like the evolution of motovlogs, because personally I don't know anybody who does both. I don't know anybody on YouTube. If you know somebody, comment them down below. But I don't know anybody who does street and moto and dirt vlogs also. The only thing I gotta go out there and purchase, of course, is another external mic, and that's the only reason why this is not a live commentary, is because my other one is so buried in my street bike helmet that I gotta go out there and purchase another external mic, which if I order one, it will not take long at all. I got the beautiful Amazon Prime, so it takes like 2 days for anything to get to my house. It doesn't matter if it's an external mic, a box of fucking Trojan condoms, they could be at my door in 2 days, and that's the really awesome thing about that. But what you guys are watching on screen right now is I found this little track. I mean, I'm not flying through it. Again, I haven't rode in 3 years, you guys. This is not only my first time riding in 3 years, this is my first time ever on this bike. So I'm not going to be out there ripping it. You got to give me a little bit of time to get my head on straight. I don't want to go out there and get hurt already. I had all my old gear, which was awesome. Like I said, it's a YZ125. It already has a Pro Circuit titanium exhaust on it. It has Renthal bars. I'm trying to think what else is on the bike. It has ASV, unbreakable levers, brake, and clutch. What else is that? It has shock therapy, suspension on the bike. I just installed a brand new graphics kit because the guy who sold it to me, it had no graphics. So of course you got to make the bike look pretty and throw on a graphics kit. I'm trying to think of some other stuff on the bike. There's a few other things, but for the most part, it was hooked up pretty well. Basically, the suspension and the pipe was the biggest thing for me, because suspension is very important when it comes to motorcycles, and suspension is expensive, and I was hoping to already be done. I weigh around 150. The guy I bought it from weighed 155, so he had the bike set up for a 155-pound person, and I was like, dude, that's fucking perfect. Like, what are the odds of that I find a bike that's already hooked up, has everything I want? I fucked up around that berm. I know, don't laugh at me. Like I said, I've never rode a 125 in my life before. I've rode 252 strokes, and the power band on those is retarded, but the 125 power band is even more retarded. Like, once you hit that power band, you fucking go. And if you're not on the power band, it's a little bit sluggish, but like I said, once you hit that power band, you get up and it wants to throw you off the bike. And that's what I like about the 125, is it's super quick and it's super light, so you could toss this thing around wherever you want. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. I'm just riding around the back. Like I said, it's pretty much my backyard. You could go riding anywhere. It's absolutely nuts on the amount of places you could go back here. And like I said, if you guys are interested in seeing more of these dirt bike vlogs, it's definitely something we can do in the future. I think it'd be a lot of fun. Like, I want to start racing again. I used to desert race, so it'd be really cool if maybe I could do racing vlogs in the future. I mean, that probably won't be for another 3 to 4 months, I would say, till I do that, because summer is usually the off season for desert racing. So that'd be really cool to do stuff like that. You see, I switched to another clip. This is more places around my house. Just riding up some hills, showing you guys that little track. Even at the end, I felt like this little like 10-foot jump. I think like this is tiny ass jump. And I was like, dude, this is so cool. So I can only imagine some of the awesome stuff out here. And you're gonna see a pretty cool lookout point up here. Right up this hill. Give it a second. I go up here and I was like, what the fuck is up here? Because like I said, I've never been riding over here, so everything was just freestyling. That's why if I go somewhere and I stop really sudden, it's because I don't know if it's a drop off. I don't know what the hell's on the other side, but this is overlooking the 15 freeway in California. So there's mountain ranges for days out here. I mean, if you look off to the right, I could pretty much go forever. So I mean, the boundaries, they're endless. I mean, it's gonna be awesome to see where we can go, what we can come up with. with. Maybe there's like some, I heard there's like these little dunes back here. I heard there's some pretty fat jumps out there. I have no fucking idea where they're at, I'll be perfectly honest with you. Excuse me, choking on my own spit a little bit. It's kind of gross, so I'm definitely interested to see what we can find out here. I mean, some pretty cool trails. Maybe there's some super technical trails out here, and hopefully I eat shit a lot, because I'm pretty good at doing that on a dirt bike. Don't get me wrong, I love eating shit. I love crashing. I love breaking shit, so you never know. I'm definitely add a little twist to the channel. So like I said, if that's something you guys would love to see, is these dirt bike vlogs, definitely let me know down in the comments, because like I said, I think it'd be a ton of fun. I don't know any other YouTubers that do it, and I just got to go out there and purchase an external mic for my helmet, and we're on good terms. So with that being said, you guys, what bikes do you ride? Let me know in the comments down below. If you ride motorcycles, or by motorcycles I mean dirt bikes. Do you have a 250? Do you have a 125? Do you have a 450? What kind of bike do you ride? This is my first Yamaha ever. I rode Kawasaki's my entire life. I mean, I've had like a KX85, I had a KX 250F, I had an 06 KX 250F, it's a 4-stroke. I love the bike, it was beautiful. I beat the thing to shit because I remember my dad purchased it for me when I was a kid, and it was way too big for me, so by the time I got it and the time I sold it, that thing was thrashed. The top end was about to blow out, and top end on a 4-stroke is really expensive. A top end on a 2-stroke is going to cost you like $200 bucks, so that's another good thing about 2-strokes. And the good thing about this bike is when I bought it, the dude just got done replacing the top end and had like, maybe I would say, maybe 8 hours on the top end before I bought it. So a pretty solid top end. Is pretty much brand new. But after my KX250F, I got a 03 KX250. It was a steel frame, but it really didn't matter for me, because I'm not all about like the super light bikes. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'd rather have the light bike, but I wasn't the one who would be hitting these 110-foot triples where that really comes into play. Like I said, I did a lot of desert racing, and I would go through technical stuff where, I mean, it's better for your arm pump if the bike's lighter, but it's not like a make or break thing for me. So the aluminum frame on this YZ125 is pretty awesome. I did that with the aluminum frame on the 06 250F, but when I went back to the 03 KX250, it had a steel frame, but my 2-stroke KX250 I loved so much more than my 06 KX250F. There's just something about 2-strokes I love so much. I would love to see people who ride Supercross. I would love to see Supercross races. I don't know if you guys are interested in that, but usually I go to Anaheim, I'll go to A1 or A2 because I'm out in California, even maybe San Diego Supercross. And you guys can see the portion of the video. There's like a couple little tiny jumps back here. Nothing crazy, but I thought it was pretty funny because it's like right next to all these houses. It has like a little whoop section over here, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, how is this in my backyard? And it's a little 10-foot double right there or something. But little, you can tell like kids been out here and they've been making tracks. Like you have these little jumps, you have these berms people built, and I thought it was pretty fucking awesome that people have done this. And it's like I said in the beginning of the video, this is right in my backyard, so I could ride pretty much anytime I want. And I've wanted a bike since I moved into my new house because of this fact. Like, I could ride, I could go out my garage, I could ride up the street pretty much, and boom, I'm in the hills. So I thought that was pretty fucking wicked. So yeah, like I said, you guys, it'd be pretty cool to see some 2-strokes in some Supercross races or in the Nationals. I wish they'd bring it back. I don't know if there's something against them, but I feel like 2-strokes would be faster. I mean, they're so quick compared to 450s. I think 2-strokes rip. With that being said, you guys, that's going to end the video. If you guys would like some more of these dirt bike vlogs, let me know. I'm going to be purchasing an external mic for it. That is VroomVroomDana. I wish I could do the vroom vroom on the bike right here, but like I said, it's not live. I just wanted to show you guys what's up. And with that being said, you guys, have a wonderful rest of the day.